Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Matt Rikossi and welcome back to how to make a 5 Nights at Freddy's game on Clickteam Fusion. We are going to be doing the cameras today, and apologies if I sound a little bit angrier this episode. OBS decided to give me a really hard time today by doing a whole bunch of crap with like my video settings that I had a really hard time trying to figure it all out, but I eventually did figure it out. Um, but it's like it was not good because like OBS really loves giving me a hard time. Like anytime I try to do something like this, they just find some way to just make things harder for me. So, anyways, we're just gonna get right to the chase. I'm not gonna bother your time with any introduction stuff. Zoom in, obviously. The main thing for this episode is showing you how to flip the camera and stuff, and like, you know, the real way of doing that. So what we're gonna want to do is make sure you're on this frame. You can make a new frame if you want. I'm just gonna stick to this frame for now. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a new object. Actually, we can just make a duplicate of. Actually, nah. Let's add a new object. Basically, it's gonna be the exact same color as this. Hold on, let me. I like to be unique. I like to be I like to make it stylized. I like to make the same color. Anyways, this is going to be the camera hitbox. It's going to be bigger than the actual camera button itself, which we will be implementing a little bit later. Let me actually put that a little bit down. I'll also be showing how to do this on the sister location office as well, because that'll actually be different. Like how you're actually going to implement the thing itself. Coding wise, it's gonna be mostly the same, but again, I know some people are gonna be struggling with that if using the sister location office, so that's why I'm doing it here. This is gonna be the camera open hitbox. I like to have capitalization in my things, and then this is gonna be the one on top of here. Actually, I should probably make this. I should actually make this like half the size, yeah. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this. This is basically just gonna be the that whole thing right there. That's just gonna be the camera escape. We're just gonna go ahead and rename this camera escape hitbox. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Make sure these aren't visible, and make sure these don't follow the frame, by the way, because if you don't have those options selected, then it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna act all janky. So yeah, make sure you do that. And again, I cannot pressure how much saving would be. I've gone to the good habit of saving, and you should too. So yeah. Anyways, after that, we will be adding in the camera hitbox. I'm gonna make a new layer for this. I'm gonna put the layer I'm gonna put this over all the layers so far. So another active object. And then of course we're gonna be selecting the actual oh wait, hold on. Let me go to FNaF 1 files here. Oh no. Again, you guys can't really see this. Oh wait, I just realized. I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be, oh wait, I remember where this was. This was in freaking, this was in unused, was it? Because I think I remember, like, I was trying to find where the camera, where the camera button was, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I was like, where is it? It's not in static, is it? No. Where in the world is it? Wait, my audio is okay. Good. I just want to make sure. It's like, oh no, if I have to, because last time I remember, I was actually recording the last episode, and I actually recorded the whole thing. Then I was like, wait a second, my audio's not coming through in there. So that's when I realized. I was like, oh no, it's in GUI. I think I remember. I think it was in GUI for some reason. Yeah, whoever did this file decompilation thing had no idea what they were doing to put the camera button in here. That should have just gone in like cameras or something. What the frick? It's not even in here. Where is it? Is it just not here? Battery. Oh my god. Where is it? I always forget where this is. It's not here. Is it? Wait. Oh, frick. Oh my god. Here it is. There. Okay, so it actually was like in labeled cams. So like I'm just stupid. Okay, well, now that we have that over with, um let's make sure this is positioned. What the frick? This is positioned, let's see, 1280, 640. I'm gonna put this in 640. That's gonna be the general position of it. Make sure this is also follows the frame, and of course we're gonna call this the camera button. And we're not done yet. We still have to add in the actual camera flipping animations. Actually, how Scott actually did this, he made those separate active objects for some reason. But what I definitely recommend is you go ahead and put them all in the same object. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically put in all the camera animations in there. Again, you do, whatever animations you're gonna put in there. Ugh. I hate how completely disorganized this is. It's extremely disorganized, and I actually hate it. Oh my god. I know you guys can't really tell what's going on, but I'm basically just adding in all of this in. What the? Oh god, no. No, we're not doing that. Let me just make sure. Okay, this is supposed to go back here. Yeah, yeah, this was what I meant when I say this was extremely unorganized. So wait, what the frick? Oh my god, is that I can't tell what that contains because these are both completely blind. Ugh, my god. I hate it when decompilers do this crap. Well, yeah. Again, I'm sorry if I sound more upset, but honestly, I have not been having the best day, as you can probably tell. We're gonna make a new animation called down. I'm just gonna call it down because it's, camera flipping down. Hmm. Eight, nine, 10. Okay, so those are reversed then. I figured they were because I couldn't tell. There we go. Okay. Then we're gonna add in 2 more animations. This is gonna be important, trust me. First thing we're gonna call this we're gonna name this called closed. And we're gonna take the very last frame of this animation and just put it in here. And this next part is very important. Go to direction options and click loop. That's very important. I know it sounds very small and minuscule, but trust me, it is important. And then we're gonna have this called open, and we're gonna put the very last frame of this animation into this right here. I'll be adding in the camera rooms later. I'm not gonna be doing those right now because that would take a long amount of time to actually like implement, considering the amount. But just know that like basically as soon as those animations end, to just have those appear. And actually, what Scott did in this game, he actually put in the cameras in the office in the same exact frame, which is not very smart at all. So you want to just put those in as like their own like frame. Wait, camera maps. Why did I say camera maps? That's so. Camera animations, dumb Matt. Okay, but that's all we're gonna add for now. That's all we're gonna add in right now. Oh wait, did I have open loop? No, I did not. Yeah, make sure for these two in particular, the ones that just have the one frame, make sure those are looped. Again, that's gonna be very important. I cannot stress enough how important that's gonna be. How long have I been recording for? Already 12 minutes. Oh geez, okay. That's a little. This is probably gonna be a much longer video since I'm gonna be doing both offices. Yeah, definitely expect the rest of the videos at this point onward to be longer since I'm gonna be doing both the offices. I know it may sound bad, but hey, I'm making things harder for myself. So, oh, that was weird. Okay, so what you want to do is make a new group of events called cameras or whatever. You don't have to do this. I just highly suggest it because what Scott did in his game, he didn't do any group events at all, and everything was very messy and hard to pinpoint down. So don't. I'd say definitely don't try and do that. Definitely organize your code in groups. That's very smart. Anyways. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna select the mouse pointer and keyboard, go to the mouse, and then click on check for mouse pointer over an object. And then we're gonna select camera open hitbox, which is the hitbox that we have when we want the camera to open. And this next part is actually pretty important. Right click again, click on add a new action or add a new condition, go to camera escape hitbox. Hover over alterable values. If you remember from my menu video, which is the first episode, alterable values are kind of like counters for an active object. And what's really neat about these is, as you can see, they're labeled in alphabetical order, so there are 26 of these you can store for a single active object, which is really helpful if you really need to store a lot of data and stuff, like in a single frame. But what we're gonna do is, let's call this alterable value B, just as a labeling thing. Alterable value B equals 0, in there. The reason we're gonna add this in is because this is pretty much gonna tell, if, we're actually gonna open it up or not. Because if you know, FNaF has some, like, text in it where, depending on where your mouse is, if your mouse is still over like the camera hitbox, when the animation is over, it won't flip it down immediately after. It'll wait until your mouse goes away from the hitbox. Then once you go back again, it'll flip it back down, and that's pretty much the gist of how that works. So, what we're gonna do after that is, well, or actually, do I have the viewing counter in here? Because I think I had that in the, no I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna add this in the same layer. Go to insert object, click on counter. You may remember this. I'm pretty sure I also put this in the last video as well. But basically, we're gonna make a viewing counter called viewing. This is going to control what we're looking at the moment. Double click on this because I personally prefer having the actual number instead of the logo. That I don't like the logo at all. But basically, right click again, click on add a new condition, go to viewing, click on compare the counter to a value 0. You probably have seen this before, but basically this is if we're looking at the office. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do a couple things. So first of all, we're gonna go to first of all, camera animations. Right click on camera animations, hover over animation. This should look familiar. This is showcased in the first video or second. I don't remember exactly, but it was showcased in the menu episodes. Hover over change animation sequence and click on stop. This was the one where the camera flips up. So it's telling us to play the animation now. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to camera escape hitbox, like that's the same one. Yep, camera escape hitbox, and then set alterable value B to 1 is basically what we're gonna do there. So yep, definitely handy. And actually, there's actually one more thing we should add on here. What we're gonna do, right click again, add a new condition. We're gonna add another alterable value, but this time we're gonna do that to the camera animations. So do the same thing we did for the hitbox. This time I'm gonna say if the alterable value A equals 0. And another thing you can do is if you drag this, you can reposition those events. And I'm pretty sure some events are actually controlled that way. Like it prioritizes the events that are higher up. So yep, cool feature to know about. And then I'm gonna set alterable value A to 1. But since it's already playing, we don't have to worry about those changing. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on new condition, go to camera animations again, go to animation, and this time we're gonna click on has an animation finished, and we're gonna click on stop. And the reason this is important is of what I'm about to do next. So what I'm gonna do is camera animations, go to animation, change animation sequence, and then click on open. And the reason why we had that animation loop was because if we didn't have it loop, it would just play one frame, then it would stop the animation. But if it loops, then the animation would repeatedly be playing. So it's just a general helpful thing to begin with. And then we're actually gonna make this invisible, make objects invisible. Actually, speaking of which, we're gonna make the visibility on this reappear since this would actually be invisible beforehand. So actually, yeah, let's go back to frame editor real quick, and just click on visible at start. Oh, another thing too, uncheck follow the frame as well. You always want to make sure that for anything where your office position doesn't matter, that you always want to follow the frame on there. And as for, you're probably wondering why I have this all the way out here. It's just so that way I can actually see the rest of these events. Ooh, actually, wait a second. Oh, I'm gonna have to... Oh, wait a sec. That's gonna make that. Oh, God. Yeah, we may want to use the actual files from the game, because you know what? Why the frick is it like this? Why is there a black background? Oh my God. Okay, well, you know what? Wow. Amazing. Well, I mean, if it looks weird, then we'll just take the files from. Oh yeah, that looks weird. That's probably gonna turn out that way. Well, if it does, we'll just take the files from the actual game because you know what? Honestly, he did such a horrible job making those files look good. Honestly, he did such a horrible job. Well, anyways, we're gonna ignore that for now. Um, uh, where were we at again? I actually forgot. Oh yeah. So, um, basically, what we're gonna do is set alterable value A on camera animations to 0 again, because since the animation is over, we can now be able to flip it again. And so another thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do the animation for going down. So drag that down. This time, click on the camera escape hitbox, and that's a bigger hitbox. Alterable value B of that. Pretty much do the exact same thing, except when you're doing this, change the viewing and change the equal to greater. And speaking of the viewing, actually, let's go ahead and just set that counter to 1. It's gonna be different later on when we actually put in like the different camera rooms and such. But trust me when I say that little detail is important, because that pretty much checks if it's on the camera or not. So then what we're gonna do is we'll actually just drag this down here and copy it there. We're gonna hover over edit, change animation sequence to down. That's the closing animation. Everything else I'm pretty sure will stay the same. Yep, everything else will be the same for that. So then basically exact same thing on here, where I'm actually gonna move this down so that way it's a little more neater and organized. Right click again, edit, change animation sequence to closed, since it's technically closed now. And again, everything else will be the same. And actually, make sure you delete this counter here. Another thing too, actually, set this counter to 0. Because as soon as that animation starts playing, it's gonna change the viewing back to the office again. So, yeah. So that's kind of just the flipping, but there's some more things we have to do. You may have noticed that when we have, actually, let's do that. You may have noticed that we actually don't have a way to change the alterable value B of our camera escape hitbox back to 0. And if you remember, that's required in order to actually do these animations. Well, what we do here is we're going to drag this down here. Right click on that. Camera open hitbox. Drag that again. Make sure that you have it for, well, actually just be camera escape hitboxes. It technically covers both of those. Oh wait, actually it doesn't. So yeah, make sure you have it on for both of those. And then pretty much what you're gonna do is actually some more things. So what you want to do, I actually need to look back. I think I may have gone something wrong. There's definitely more you have to do here. There's definitely more. So let me actually go ahead. It's not in FNaF practice because that has a SL mouse. I'm pretty sure I'll just look at. I mean, would I show you crazy custom night? I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not that worried about showing the MFA, but I don't want to show it like in this video in particular. So, where would that be? Actually, let's look at FNaF 2 Remade. Let's go ahead and just look at that, because that also has the same camera settings as well. But yeah, basically, in case you're wondering, I remade FNaF 2, basically. Cameras. Yeah, and this is a lot because of the whole mask and stuff. Oh, it is actually just that simple? Really? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Thank you, previous Clickteam games for advising us. So yeah, that is actually all. We may actually need to do another event action here. Right click, go to limit conditions only when event loops. That's probably gonna be important. Drag those down to that one, that event, and that event. Set alterable value A to 0. All right, and then one last thing, go the events again, start a frame. We're gonna do a couple things for the camera animations here. We're gonna change animation sequence to closed. Visibility. Actually, we already have the object invisible. So, another thing actually though we do want to do is we do want the camera to spawn right here. But if we just do it normally, it actually won't really spawn. It'll spawn kind of weird. So, well, actually, if you just do it, actually, let me try something real quick. So just if you want to move an object that's outside of the frame, just cause, don't worry about it. Just click on select position, and just do 0, 0. As far as I'm aware, that'll probably do it. So we'll see. Oh, that. Oh. Oh, what the heck? It was alterable value. Okay, well, anyways, though, yeah, that didn't really work as planned. So yeah, let's go ahead, add another active object here. This is just gonna be a placeholder. You don't even have to change the thing for this. Only thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna make that middle thing gray to make it stand out. Cause yes, 0, 0. We're gonna call this the cam spawner because we're actually gonna do this for multiple things on the camera. Cam spawner. And again, in the sister location office, a lot of this is going to be the exact same, except for the mouse options, since considering that's the mouse is an active object, so we're gonna have to do a couple things with that. So basically, what you want to do is make sure this is invisible and that it doesn't follow the frame, as per usual. And then what we're gonna do, go back to position. We're gonna edit this. Is ready to put it down. Click on this relative to 0, 0. Save again, just cause, and then we'll do it again. Wait. Oh, okay. Wait. Hold on. What the frick? Why is it repeating again? Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that explains it. Okay, well, actually, though, in that case, 640 by 360. We're actually just gonna do the regular coordinates since for some reason that looks really weird. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay. All right. Yep. Let's take the files from the actual game then. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make my own decompiled thing with the actual files. Cause honestly, he did a horrible job actually making those files look good. So yeah, let's go to the 5 Nights at Freddy's actual and get those camera animation files. Unfortunately, though, like I mentioned before, they are on their own active objects, and for some reason, they actually aren't even on this page to begin with. So yeah, let's go ahead and Control C. I'm actually gonna minimize that window for a second, just so that way I can actually implement that in. Go back to the camera animations. Delete all of these. And then, of course, replace those with the better animations. And, oh, God. Oh, yeah, we're actually gonna have to reposition that, because, it'll actually start spawning from here. So, yeah, that is gonna be a thing we're gonna have to do. Ain't it? But, yeah. Seriously, why in the world did he do the things that he did there? But like I said before, again, don't really do this. This is not a smart thing to do at all. But like I said before, he is I'm probably gonna end up making my own decompiled thing for the of FNAF 1's files. I actually did the same exact thing for Sister Locations files. I just haven't actually released that yet. So if you guys want that, make sure to let me know, because I'm actually curious if you guys want that. Sorry this is taking a long time, but like actually that is actually really sucky. Wrong thing. Again, just edit this if you need to. 0, 0. Yeah, I should just start relying on the actual game files from this point onward, I feel like. Yep. So as you can see, that works. And the last thing we're gonna do before we actually like get into the sister location office scrolling is actually, how long have I been doing this video for? 32 minutes already? Okay, so I'll just skim through the sister location office. The only thing I'm gonna explain is how to actually make the mouse work in general for people who are and who do end up getting like confused on that. So what we're but the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and basically, actually, we'll just say this: if that altable value b is that, then we're actually gonna we are gonna show this, and then if that value is equal to 1, then we are going to make it invisible. And that's it. That's all we're going to do right now. Because, that was actually a little bit, yeah. And the reason that I have that in there is so that way, actually, let me actually extend that, opening hitbox. Because you know what? That's actually a little bit obnoxious. The fact that it's like that, to be perfectly honest. I really do not like that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Well, anyways, after that, we are going to be doing the sister location office. Again, it's mostly the same. The only thing I'm going to explain is how to actually do it with the mouse settings. I mentioned this in the last video, and I'm going to mention it again because, like I said, I know people are going to struggle with it. You have to make sure that whatever you want your mouse to interact with, it is on the same layer as the mouse cursor. So anything that we want to interact with, it has to be on layer 3. Anything we want to interact with. I know that sounds really harsh, but that's the truth. And I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. So we're going to go ahead, do another active object. Make sure it's on layer 3. Good. Okay. Let's make this red this time. No reason in particular. Let's go ahead and extend this to there. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna click, have this camera open, and then of course we're gonna have this on top here be the camera close. So, again, same exact things as before. You all know what to do. Add another object called the camera animations. This time I'm going to be into sister locations files because I want to make the office for that sister locations. And thankfully, I did actually reorganize all the files. Well, most of them anyways. I haven't done all of the Immortal and Restless stuff yet, but that's literally all I have to do. And God, there's literally thousands of frames of that. There's literally like thousands of frames, which is scary, and I don't like it. It'll be in the private room. I kept that. Cameras. Did I put down the camera? Wait. Camera animation. Here we go. Yes. And I think those are all. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and make this super fast because that's how Sister Locations camera is. It's called closing. Again, very similar. You don't really have to watch this part, considering that it's extremely similar. I will tell you guys when the actual change occurs, though. It'll be after I'm done with the actual camera animation part, though, so don't worry. Okay, then, I actually need to go into, oh, whoa, okay. How big is that? 1280 by 720. Oh, it's actually perfect. That's actually perfect ratio size. Oh, nice. Okay. Again, make sure these are both invisible and that these both do not follow the frame. And that this also, not create star, this does not follow the frame either. We're actually also going to make this invisible. Again, if you already watched the first part, you already knew all of this. But yeah, and then exact same thing as before. Take this, open, closed. I'm gonna go back and make those loop. Loop and loop. I'm actually going to do that. Oh, that is gonna be really fast. Okay. Okay. So we are well, wait, hold on a second. We're actually actually I may want to switch this to another layer. And then for the camera button, it's literally the exact same. Oh, wait, hold on. Camera animations. And then the camera button, which is going to be in the cameras. So, yeah, cool. I think that's probably reused from one of the games, but whatever. camera button, and then have the button itself be located at 640. Hold on, let me make sure that these... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, this is the important part here. Now, if you try to do a simple if mouse cursor is overlapping object, it won't work with this kind of scrolling. It just won't. Because the mouse pretty much, your regular mouse pretty much does not exist anymore if you're using this scrolling. So you have to use whatever you're using as your mouse representation, which in this case is this little guy. And what's actually good is that it does have an overlapping feature. Active objects do have an overlapping feature, which I'm going to show you once we get to the coding section. But just remember that if you are going to do this kind of scrolling, I, again, cannot stress this enough, make sure they are on the same layer. The same layer. Anything in layer 3 has to be what we're going to use with the mouse cursor. I literally cannot stress that enough. And I know there's going to be people who are going to say, I still can't get it to work. And I'm going to say, did you put it on the same layer as the mouse cursor? And they're going to say, So, yep, still can't stress that enough. Anyways, do the exact same thing as before, cameras. And then, after that, go to the mouse cursor, or hover collisions, and then hover over overlapping another object, and we're gonna do camera open. So the mouse is overlapping the camera open, and if the alterable value b of this equals 0, which you already probably knew, and if the alterable value a of the camera animations, wait, is it that? Yep. Alterable value a of the camera animations equals 0. We actually don't have a counter in here, so let's go ahead, do the counter. And call this viewing. Again, like we did last time. Again, what you want to do is, if the viewing equals 0, which means we're looking at the office, and then only one actual event loops. This is almost the exact same code. The only difference being that our mouse cursor is now replaced with a representative of the mouse cursor. So yeah, that's it. Pretty much do the exact same thing as the last code. Alterable value a, visibility, reappear, change animation sequence to stopped, go to camera close. That's camera close. Set alterable value b to 1. So that's kind of it. Again, it's very similar, very, very similar. If animation stopped is over, set alterable value a to 0, visibility, make object invisible, and change animation sequence to open. And then again, the camera close is going to change by itself. I recommend you just copy and paste that code. It'll be much easier. Change the viewing to greater. Overlap the camera close this time. Everything else could pretty much stay the same though. Change the animation to closing. Set alterable value b. That will change. That will stay the same. Change the viewings by the way. We're gonna set this to 1. And again, as soon as that animation plays, we're gonna set this counter to 0. And again, pretty much do the exact same thing here. Except this time, get rid of that. Make sure that it has closing selected. I can't really, you probably saw what happened last time. I forgot to change that and it looked really weird. And again, change the animation sequence to closed. And that's pretty much it. And again, if this is not overlapping camera open, and if it also isn't overlapping camera close either, only one action when event loops. And again, set alterable value B to 0. Not C, B. No, click on B. Thank you. Okay, hope that wasn't too quick. Again, but it's like, we literally just went over this. And again, start a frame. Change animation sequence to closed. And select position. 640. Actually, let's see what happens if we do 0, 0. Let's just see real quick to see what the actual position will look like. I may actually. Okay, so I think. Okay, actually, the camera itself doesn't actually follow the frame. So let's fix that. And it looks like that also doesn't work. So we're gonna go ahead and set that at 640 by 360. Save. Let's see what happens now. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah. How about we do change the speed on that? That is way too quick. Okay. Was not really expecting that. Hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully that's not too slow. That actually isn't bad. Actually, let me go ahead and put this layer above. Oh. Okay, hold on a second. Let me hide that real quick. Let me there aren't any code. It's just there as a site. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go ahead and do that. Those are just hitboxes and stuff, so that doesn't really matter as much. But yeah. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Okay. But that's also gonna like. Okay. Son of a gun. Oh crap, I gotta go to the bathroom now. Why does it do this to me? I literally have to go to the bathroom right now. Like, literally of all times. Why did it have to be now? Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can end the episode off real quick here. Yeah, that still isn't. That still looks a little weird. Actually, there really is no reason to actually do that. Yeah. Never mind. You know what? There actually isn't a reason to actually do that. We just won't be able to see the camera button itself, which is fine. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Holy crap, almost 50 minutes long. So that's gonna be it for this episode. I have to end the episode right now because I actually have to go. But I hope that helped. Next episode we will be doing more on the cameras. I'll show you guys how to implement the more camera buttons, aka the camera rooms, and I will see you all in the next one. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.